All right, everyone. Greetings from, and now the Indiana Pacers starters. We've got Miles Turner, Smith out there with Halliburton. Then it's Pascal Siakam, and it's Lee in at the small forward. And for Phoenix, they've got Devin Booker, Paul George out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Skinny in at the point. And the basket by Towns. We're sure to see a terrific rebounding battle tonight, Brent. Neither team likes to give an inch on the glass.
Yeah, when that happens, B.A., you know you're going to have a physical game. There's a lot of pride on the line. You guys are going to do that dirty work. This game might be won in the low post.
Pass to Booker. And there's a defensive 3-second call.
Phoenix ball. At the line for your Suns, Andrews. One shot.
What's up?
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. You know, Brent, for the Suns franchise, it's hard to believe they've never won an NBA title.
Pretty incredible with the Ring of Honor in Phoenix that they have and the amount of Hall of Fame players that have put on that jersey. You know, they've lost the finals a few times, up 2-0 back in the 21 finals. They've got a couple of MVPs, some fantastic teams. The title is the last frontier for the Phoenix Suns.
And talk about a team that's known for being unselfish, the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, you know, B.A., it's part of their core philosophy. Keep the ball moving, keep everyone involved and engaged. One shot.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second violation. Pass to Booker. Wide open. And it's Lee with the rebound. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
Suns ball.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Out to the right wing. Here's Towns. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. First quarter of play, a minute in. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
And it's Phoenix's ball. It's been 8 unanswered for them. To the wing, right side. Here's Skinny. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
That'll be a 5-second call.
He's turned it over twice pretty quickly. Time to refocus.
And so here's Phoenix. Takes a 13-footer, and it's Phoenix with another.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
And you think to yourself, this is not how you want to start a game. 3 turnovers already?
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Back to Towns. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. Towns has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
He's gotten a little too sloppy turning the ball over twice in the last 3 minutes. These mistakes can really start to add up.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Skinny passes to Big Smooth. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
That'll be a 5-second call. Over the course of the last month, here are the NBA's best free throw shooting teams. In 3rd, Indiana. The Suns in 5th.
Neither team's been missing from the foul line. It's a coach's dream to convert those freebies.
Here's Towns. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. George has the open look. And it's Lee with the rebound.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
Here in the first quarter, they have struggled with turnovers.
And the Suns with possession. Big-time run continues here. 16-0. Shutting it down. Knocked loose. Stolen by Siakam. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Bradley Beal.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Now here's George. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
And it's been a sluggish start for him. What happened to valuing each possession?
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Booker. Offensive board. Pass to Towns. They shoot again. And Booker with the lay-in.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
You're setting the team back when you fail to take care of the ball. That's his 5th turnover.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. For 3, George. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Back to Towns. And Turner with the block.
An impressive shot blocker Turner's combination of size and timing on defense is so valuable.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And he's playing way too loosely with the ball. They may need to sit him down for a while.
Phoenix has gone 4 for 4 so far from three-point land. Impressive. Skinny passes to George. Here's Towns. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
They've had far too many turnovers this half. It's the main reason why they trail.
Towns passes to Skinny. To the left side wing. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Well, we've got a 2-time NBA champion at the table, Brent Barry. How does a title team approach the middle of the season?
Well, thanks, BA, for reminding me of that. That's nice of you. But you're not treating these regular season games like anything other than a step in the process to try to get to your best basketball, which you want to play in the playoffs. Championship teams aren't built on ones that try to flip a switch.
And the technical free throw is good. And for the players coming into the league, potentially set for life. But there are pitfalls you have to look out for, Grant.
It's so true, BA. I mean, it's tough. You can't take all your childhood friends along for the ride with you. You've got to be cautious with new acquaintances, so it'll definitely keep you on your toes. You must make great decisions. So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And this has been a problem for him tonight. Way too many turnovers.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Suns ball. At the line for Phoenix, Andrews.
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. To the middle. Here's George. And he makes it on the layup. George has got 10 points in the game.
Well, the height and the length really helping PG get that one off.
That'll be a 5-second call. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You look at the Suns, right now 6th in the conference. They want to keep improving.
I think for the Suns, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
You know, when you're trailing, you can't afford mistakes, and he's made a few of them tonight.
Here's Skinny. And it's Lee with the rebound.
Because